First of all, before I start today's speech, I'd like to introduce all the team members. Here is Group 71, with a total of 5 members, namely Yiran Mao, Shifan Chen, Yixue Chen, Pei Jiama, and Shen Donghong. First of all, I'd like to introduce the company we chose. The name of this company is ExxonMobil. It is a very famous oil and gas company and the largest non-governmental oil and gas producer in the world. The company was founded by John Rockefeller in 1882 and has a history of 136 years. The company is headquartered in Texas, USA. About 28 million tons of petrochemical product can be sold every year. ExxonMobil is an industry leader in many aspects of energy and petrochemical, resulting in an annual turnover of 265 billion. The number of employees of ExxonMobil has reached 18,000 by 2020. In addition, ExxonMobil has also achieved a high market ranking. They ranked 11th among the world top 500 in 2020. In terms of credit rating, ExxonMobil is also a leading industry. They have obtained 3A credit rating for 85 consecutive years and are one of the few companies in the world to maintain this record. And they are also the first company in the world with a market value of more than 400 billion. Next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Darren Woods, CEO of ExxonMobil. Darren Woods was born in Wichita, Kansas, and graduated from the University of Texas, where he received a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering. Ms. Woods first joined Exxon International in 1992. He is responsible for serving as an analyst of the company. Many domestic and international tasks are often handled. In 2005, Ms. Woods was appointed as president of the ExxonMobil Chemical Company, responsible for managing the global specialty chemical business. In 2012, Ms. Woods was appointed president of ExxonMobil Sector Vessel and Supply Company. In this position, he is mainly responsible for ExxonMobil supply and transportation activities. In 2013, Ms. Woods was elected senior vice president of ExxonMobil. 1 year later, he was successfully elected president and board member of ExxonMobil, responsible for handling and participation in all operations and arrangement of ExxonMobil. Finally, in 2017, Ms. Woods became chairman and CEO of ExxonMobil. As ExxonMobil is one of the largest multinational oil and gas companies, so Darren Woods must be a very rich man. By 2020, his net assets have reached 24 million, and he owns a large number of company shares. In 8 years, he sold more than 415,000 worth of shares. As chairman of ExxonMobil, his annual salary reached about 2.5 million. So Darren Woods is certainly one of the richest people in the world. In addition, Ms. Woods is also an excellent leader, and his leadership style has undoubtedly brought success to the whole team. Under his leadership, ExxonMobil has always maintained a leading position in the industry. He always maintains two-way communication in the interaction of employees. He often shares food and experience with employees and listens to their feedback and concerns. These behaviors can help employees to be positive about their work, make them full of a sense of belonging and feel that they are very important to the company. Okay, this is all the content of my speech. Next, I will invite Shifan Chen to start his part.
Okay, my name is Shifan Chen and my part is ethical dilemmas faced by the leader of ExxonMobil company. So leaders are often caught in between situations that are difficult to choose the two course of action because either of the choice contain a violation of moral principle. The ethical dilemmas experienced in ExxonMobil, like other companies, are due to the absence of clear and transparent process of solving conflict. So since the company's leadership style is more autocratic than participative leadership, most of the decisions are made by the leader without involving the stakeholders of management staff. In making a decision, there are four ethical principles that every leader has to follow. Honest in every decision made, uh, respect, justice, integrity, and community. Like all other oil company, ExxonMobil leaders are caught in dilemma of wanting to make more profit without caring about greenhouse gas emissions management. The leader have to decide between being less ethical by making more profit or being ethical by making less profit. Furthermore, most of the leader will want to take credit for the works of others or offer silent worse products for their own profit. Also, leaders take advantage of the inside information of company for their own advantage. In addition, according to the Gonzo Gonzel in 2019, most of the ethical dilemma faced by the ExxonMobil leader include: first, truth versus loyalty. Leaders in all your company are faced with the dilemma to tell their silent the truth about the state of company, but they are loyal to their stakeholders who will not want to fail by staying the truth. Second, short term versus long term. So it is difficult for the leaders to decide whether to invest or partner for long term or short term because of the future market is yet to be known. Third, individual vs community. Leaders are often torn between dealing with individual based on the commitment to the company or dealing with all people from a point of common value and shared knowledge. Fourth, justice with mercy. Leaders are often in a dilemma between showing their employee mercy when they broke the law or pursuing them to uphold the laws of the company. So this dilemma may be caused by the leader's behavior. For example, they may be caused by the conflict of individual value, individual character value, and conflict of goals of the organization versus social value. Okay, next person.
Thanks for Shifan Chen's introduction. My name is Yishui Chen. Now I will introduce the leadership style of ExxonMobil. First, decisive leadership style. According to the Chen's statement, ExxonMobil lost $22.44 billion in 2020. It was its first full-year loss in at least 40 years. Darren Wood said in a statement that the company has experienced the most challenging market environment in the past year. In the face of this serious situation, he took decisive steps such as cost-cutting and restructuring measures that are expected to save ExxonMobil $6 billion in structural spending annually by 2023. He quickly imposed strict spending controls on some large-scale production projects. Second, transformational leadership. As the leader of ExxonMobil, he is well positioned to be a leader in the energy transition. He believes Exxon's ability to implement low-carbon technologies at scale will prompt the company to limit capital spending on oil and gas. To support more low-carbon growth and accelerate the energy transition that has already begun, according to the Huang's statement. He also said he was considering reducing carbon emissions to zero by 2050, which would be a major strategic shift. This change would help him build a better leadership and personal image, and he plans to invest $3 billion in research and development of carbon capture and other emission reduction technologies. Third, forward-looking leadership style. To effectively lead a company, he cannot only combine the trends of the oil industry, market prospects, and national conditions, but also integrate his profound and unique analysis on world economic trends and international geopolitics, and accurately expound the directional suggestions for promoting the company's development with strong strategic guidance rules. These are his main leadership styles. Okay, thanks for your listening. Now please let Pei Jiama start his part.
So thank you, Isha Chen. Now I'm going to talk about the impact of essential diploma and whether they are negative or positive. First, essential diploma issues are always a concern for most companies. Lack of clear and complex process is a major drawback to Excel. It makes the stakeholders seem like being left out and thus lacking interest in the company. There was a major concern for the company, mostly about its views on climate change. In addition, stakeholders have differences on product quality. The decline of product quality leads to the loss of customers. This not only cost the company millions of dollars in profits, but also faces investigations that divide the public. Trust and loyalty between the leaders and the stakeholders have both positive and negative effects to the company. This is because if the stakeholders are told of all the loopholes, like the climate issue above, they would opt selling their shares. So, keeping managerial issues internally within the administration is essential to keep stakeholders' faith on the company, because they have a large percentage of the company's capital. Thirdly, about leaders are not sure whether to invest and collaborate in the long term or short term because of the uncertainties in the future markets. All these have negative effects as it makes the company lose of great future profits by failing to risk investing. Like shown in the picture, when it lost 250,000 barrels in Alaska. This was not foreseen and stakeholders viewed it as an accident but not failure by the company. Lastly, the issue of justice versus mercy. Sometimes the company is in a dilemma between being tough and friendly. The leaders values personal character and style may affect the company's decision making. This may have a negative impact on the employees' confidence and then affect the feasibility of the company using SMART goals. So this is all my speech. Thank you very much for listening. And next, let's listen to Shandong Hong's part.
Many thanks to Ma Peijia for his presentation. Then let me summarize the whole group's presentation. In total, we show two main sections on the ethical dilemmas encountered by the company and the style of leadership. Firstly, the ethical dilemmas, of which there are 6 in total, are autocratical leadership style, greenhouse gas emissions management, truth vs loyalty, short-term vs long-term, individual vs community, justice vs mirth. All of them explains the difficulties that ethical dilemmas pose to companies. Then we show the 3 different leadership styles. Decisive leadership styles, transformational leadership styles, and forward-looking leadership styles. My team member explains the occasion of companies with different leadership styles and the consequences. Finally, I have a few recommendations for this company. Firstly, they should develop a comprehensive roadmap to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from global operating assets. Secondly, further expansion of supply and energy efficiency. And then they should focus on future energy challenges and develop energy policies and plan for the future. Finally, the leaders experiment with different styles to find one that best suits the company's leadership style. Okay, that's all of our presentations. Thanks for listening. My name is Hong Shendong. Thank you.